Welcome to Holly Tree Manor on a about to be rainy afternoon. We're out here just checking some things out, and I can feel the mist. So if there's little droplets that show up on the lens of the camera, that's what's going on. You know, there's always something to do here on the manor, and sometimes the things go as planned, and sometimes they don't go as planned. Now, the cousin and I have been talking about getting this big oak split into firewood since it hit the ground, since the tree trimmers were in and cut the top out of the big oak. So it was moved over here, and it started to dry out a little bit, which is good, makes it a little bit lighter to handle. So we've been working on it, and right there's a little bit of it already ranked up, and we were going to work on it this morning. So I took the John Deere with the brush crusher and moved these big chunks down here to the splitter so that we could do a little work. Well, we did a little work. My cousin had to use his wedges, which are metal wedges, and a sledgehammer to get those broken apart. Why? Because my trusty old log splitter, which is old, didn't have enough oomph to cut these big pieces that are over 30 inches across. And they're heavy. So we have a plan. We're going to continue to work on it, but the weather caught up to us and it started this misting bit, and we worry about such things as getting cold and sick and all that kind of stuff. And with pieces that are that heavy, he does all the physical labor and all I do is pull the lever on the splitter. So we got a little ways, some of it done, and we decided we were calling the day. We'll pick it up again. Now, I'm not hurting for firewood. Come this fall, I've got plenty. You know, I can make it through. I can actually make it through the winter on what I already have. But it's always good to keep planning for the future. And there's Deuce. He came outside with me, but he's not a happy dog. He didn't get to go for a walk this morning because instead of walking, we came up here and split wood. So that's the first part of this little check. The second part we're going to pick up on the other side of the house. Removing and dismantling the old pool pad was a lot of hard work, but I got it done. I had a little bit of help, but most of the work I did myself. So there's grass seed scattered under the straw, which it's about to rain here this afternoon. That'll be a good thing to water it. Came in along here and put down some woven weed cloth and some pea gravel. I had to pull some of the blocks back out of the garden where I had stacked them up in the corner, but it worked because the idea is it'll be easier to just come down along there with the mower or the trimmer, whichever I want to do. So let's stroll over here to the garden. Gardening season is just about ready to take off and fly. It is about 60 degrees. So the days are, even though it's cool, that's warm enough to have some things in the ground. The blueberry bush, which I thought was dead, came back just fine. The green buckets are going to be cucumbers and dill. That's some lavender, which I hope to take cuttings off of and maybe get some more lavender plants. I had real good luck last year with cuttings, but then over the winter Well, it was a nasty winter. This pot, nothing in there yet, but there will be. 3 stevia plants that I got at the nursery because my stevia seeds just simply didn't germinate. And over here, I have, well, this is red sales lettuce, which I saw at the nursery and thought, oh, I'm going to get that. So I did. Back here in the little planters, which used to sit on top of the deer barriers, I have salvia that I got at the nursery, purple and red. This is the Butter Crunch lettuce, which I'm real happy with. It's coming along. It's like everything else. It'll get there. Now the red sale, I don't know if I've ever had that, but I thought it was pretty. So I got it. Over here we have red acre cabbage. Now I bought those too because I saw them at the nursery and thought, oh, won't that be cool? Some red cabbage. Swiss chard. I took the healthiest seedlings that I had and got them planted, and that worked. And I was out here looking at the buckets and it was like, oh look, I still have a sticker from last year. I'll just put that in there too. This is the lemon balm, which some of it lived over. I have another pack of seeds I'm going to scatter. My daylily, that's a Stella Diora. It'll bloom. Chocolate mint that I got at the nursery. Some calendula. Now there's calendula seeds in there as well as the plants. Calendula is something that you need to direct sow, and I always do the experiment of starting seedlings just to see if I can get a head start on it. And over here I have, there's some cabbage left, some Roma tomatoes, which I'm going to get in the ground soon. A little bit of vinca, snapdragons, some more salvia. I've got some coleus to go in the pots out here. The coleus are on the patio because it's still just a little chilly. And I decided to go all cityfied and get some hanging baskets and put some petunias in them for here in my little corner. So that's all going very well. Over here is the cabbage underneath the cabbage cage. I'd have to look. I think it's called Earliana, maybe. I think that's what that is. Anyway, cabbage. And over here, here on the end is coneflower or echinacea. Here in the middle is a nice crop of weeds. My buckets out there, the yellow buckets, I'm going to plant spaghetti squash. I'll direct sow those seeds. The purple down there on the end, I'm going to put basil in that. The strawberry bed, I am very happy with these strawberries. These are the original plants and they're just doing so well. And I'm looking in there and there's a lot of runners that I can replant the green stalks because I'm not quite sure everything made it over. I mean, some of them, they really died back. Some of them are coming out though. So we're a couple of weeks away from knowing how that's going to shake out. And that is the dark red bee balm or Monarda. And I am just delighted to have that. That was from a seed pack. I'm probably gonna let that alone and get another seed pack instead of trying to disturb the roots on all of that. And my tomatoes and carrots are going to go in here. Now I'm going to companion plant the tomatoes and the carrots. I'll plant, scatter the carrots, dig everything up and do a little soil amendment, sow the carrot seeds, and then plant some tomatoes. And I may end up doing the exact same thing up there with the coneflowers. I don't know yet. The other thing I think I would like to do is, I have a friend who likes blackberries. And I might just take that in bucket and plant a blackberry in it and see what happens. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It won't grow. Okay, it won't grow. we'll use the bucket for something else next year. So that's my little mini garden tour. And well, that's where I'm going to plant my the pepper seeds are in there, but they're a long way from germinating. I wasn't going to do peppers, and then I thought, if you plant some jalapeno peppers, you could make some more pepper jelly because you're just about out. So I'll be doing that. But that's my quick little tour here this morning. We're still waiting on the weather, but I'm pretty happy with the progress that's been made so far. Can't really complain about a thing for it being here close to the end of April. And as always, there's Mr. Deuce. Deuce, say hello. Can you say hello? Watch this. Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. Yeah. He always knows when they're coming. And my poor little garden gnome. There he is. I need to find him a companion. He's been here all by himself for a long time. Oh yes, and over here, bunching onions. Bunching onions that I actually have a little seed head on down there. So I'll see what happens there. Peony's about ready to bloom. We're going to let that happen. And well, that strawberry's in good shape. So that's it. Thanks for coming along with me this morning. Afternoon. I'd have to go check the time. I'm retired. Time doesn't mean a whole lot at this point. But over there, I don't know if you can see, that particular hill is kind of faded away. There's the mist and the fog coming in. So it's going to be a rather foggy evening, I'm afraid. So thanks for being here at Holly Tree Manor. I hope you'll come back, listen to me ramble on again the next time. If you would, like and subscribe, help the channel grow, and stay safe, and look for joy in everything you do. Thank you.